One of the first big trades this offseason could be Jrue Holiday to a contender. Shams just reported the Pelicans are openly discussing him in trade talks with several championship-level teams. This video looks at trade scenarios and says which teams can and cannot get Holiday. Then we decide which package is the best fit, including more insane young talent to New Orleans. Hit subscribe because we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel by January 1st. It's a tough goal, but I know we can get there. This is AM Hoops. I am Casey Kiernan. We're talking about Jrue Holiday today. A little bit of breaking news. Shams just reported it, so it's official. We've always heard the rumors of Jrue Holiday maybe on the move, but now it is going to happen. And Holiday is a talented point guard in his prime that could put any contender over the top. He can score at all three levels. He can play make with a great handle and above average defense. A report said up to 10 teams have approached the Pels about their guard. Here's a list of teams that should want him the most: the Lakers, Clippers, Nets, Nuggets, Heat, Bulls, Bucks, Sixers, and Warriors. The good news for the Pelicans, because so many teams could want Jrue, they'll get a great package in return. We will get to those specific trade scenarios, but it's huge that the Pelicans are putting him out there officially. We heard so many rumors at last season's trade deadline that he might be moved, but the Pels said no. They wanted Jrue to be that franchise player last year that mentored Zion Williamson, led them to the playoffs. Yeah, that didn't work out. He's never been that best player on a playoff team. Even in his All-Star year, the Sixers missed the postseason. That report says contenders are after Jrue Holiday. That means he'd be the second, third, or even fourth best player, which is the perfect role for him. We like to talk about Giannis-level trades. They're fun to think about, but a Jrue Holiday trade is a lot more realistic, and it could determine the 2021 champ. So let's look at these trades and determine the best package. The worst one comes from the Lakers, who could trade Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, Quinn Cook, and the 28th pick. This is actually a trade from a Lakers website explaining his perfect fit. They talk about how he fits on the roster, how his contract is ideal. Then they drop this trade idea? Look, it's not a bad idea. This is actually what they could offer. That's not much. No disrespect to Kyle Kuzma, but compared to the talent other teams will offer, he's an afterthought. The 28th pick in a bad draft is laughable. The Lakers will not get Jrue Holiday. The Bucks' best offer is Eric Bledsoe, Dante DiVincenzo, Ersan Ilyasova, and the 24th pick for Holiday and Kenrich Williams. This is another deal that New Orleans would not do. Yeah, Bledsoe is a decent replacement for Holiday, doesn't fit great next to Lonzo, but the Pelicans don't need that. They need three-point shooters around their trio of Zion, Lonzo Ball, and Brandon Ingram. Dante DiVincenzo is not that. The Big Ragu shot just 33% from downtown this year. The Bucks can also forget Holiday. The Clippers' best offer? Maybe Lou Williams and Landry Shamet? We said the Pels need shooting, right? Well, Lemon Pepper Lou and Landry Shamet are a great solution. On the Clippers, Holiday is that point guard they desperately needed last year. The issue with this trade, though, is Shamet is the only future piece, and other offers have a higher ceiling. The Sixers could offer Joel Embiid and Josh Richardson for Holiday, JJ Redick, Jackson Hayes, and 2 first-round picks, but I don't think it'll happen. Jrue Holiday just isn't good enough to break up Ben Simmons and Embiid. So, Mike Scott, Josh Richardson, Furkan Korkmaz, and Matisse Thybulle for Holiday and 2 picks is more like it. Korkmaz is a good shooter, Thybulle is the best young defender in the league, and Jay Rich is a good locker room guy. But ultimately, there are better offers the Pels can choose from. The Nuggets' best offer is Michael Porter Jr. and Gary Harris for Jrue Holiday, but MPJ is untouchable. At least I think so. The original report last year was that the Nuggets wanted Jrue, but they would not give up Michael Porter Jr. Have things changed now that he had some red flags behind the scenes in the bubble? If that's the case, then the Nuggets can offer the best deal, but I'm not convinced. Instead, their offer is Gary Harris, Jeremy Grant in a sign-and trade, and 2 firsts. The Pels do not jump at that package. Grant is good, but he's not a game changer like MPJ or a top 3 pick. New Orleans already has 4 picks in this coming draft. They don't need number 22 overall. The Nets' best deal: Karis LeVert, Nick Claxton, and Garrett Temple. Now we are getting to the good trade packages. LeVert is a game changer in his young prime. He can shoot the 3, he's definitely a playmaker, and he fits at the 2 guard with Lonzo running point. His big issue is defense. Nick Claxton is a young athletic scorer in the front court. In Brooklyn, Holiday guards every perimeter player in the East. He fits off ball next to Kyrie, and you know the Nets need the teammate of the year in that locker room. The Bulls could trade Otto Porter Jr., Chandler Hutchinson, and the number 4 pick. This is how the Pelicans get another future All-Star. They could package number 4 and their number 13, plus any future picks to get into the top 3. I've considered LaMelo Ball with that top 3 pick. Pairing him with his brother would be amazing, but he can't shoot. I think the better fit would be James Wiseman. The Pels need a center who can stretch the floor, and Wiseman's talent is too good to pass up.
New Orleans needs a rim protector, sure, which Wiseman can be, but even more than that, they need a center. Look, Jackson Hayes is good and young, but he's not Wiseman.
Otto Porter Jr. is really underrated too, at 18 points a game and 40% from 3. Holiday fits several needs in Chicago. He brings defensive help in the backcourt, which they need with Zach LaVine. He's an excellent veteran leader for that young team, and they want to make the playoffs. Jrue is a win-now player.
The Heat could offer Andre Iguodala, Kelly Olynyk, Tyler Hero in the 20th pick for Jrue Holiday in the 13th pick. Yes, it hurts to part with Hero, but Holiday gives the Heat a better shot to win the title this coming season. The reason Iggy and Olynyk are included is Miami can't absorb Holiday's contract into their cap space they're saving for Giannis. Jrue fits great next to Jimmy Butler, and he's an elite defender. Hero is an amazing fit anywhere, but especially New Orleans. He's a great shooter, good ball handler, and he's got proven playoff potential.
But the best trade package is the Warriors, with Andrew Wiggins plus the number 2 overall pick. There are several packages the Dubs could put together, but this is the simplest. In Golden State, Holiday is a great fit next to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. He's an elite defender, and he plays well without the ball. Let's be real, Bradley Beal or Giannis is a pipe dream for the Dubs. Jrue Holiday is realistic. The Pels do this to guarantee a spot in the top 3, plus Wiggins is another high-level role player at 25 years old. So this is huge news that New Orleans is putting Holiday out on the market. I think the Pelicans and some contenders should be really excited because a win-win trade is out there.
Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a daily NBA video.